OpenAI hacking HackerRank with OpenAI. Hacking HackerRank using OpenAI API. Yes. Can artificial intelligence code for me? Okay, cool. Let's do this using the OpenAI pilots API to solve. I should have done this before I started streaming, by the way, so I do apologize, but let's go. Using the OpenAI pilot API to hack HackerRank. Can we hack HackerRank with OpenAI? Let's go. Alright, cool. So here's the challenge for today. I want to get to gold on Python in HackerRank, but I am lazy to do these challenges myself. So I'm going to use my API connection on OpenAI to write code for me to solve the puzzles on HackerRank. How about that? So I'm hacking HackerRank with artificial intelligence. Is it possible? Let's see. Let's try. Okay, so first we need to do the installation and do all that kind of stuff. So let's get the environment set up. I'm using Windows subsystem for Linux 2. So I need to reopen this folder in WSL2. Okay, cool. Now I need to get my terminal going and I need to create a virtual environment. So I think I can do that with poetry. No, okay, I don't have poetry, so I need to do virtual environments. Hey, concurrent viewer, is my audio working? Actually, let me check that, because this is a consistent issue that streamers face. Okay, cool. Audio is working. Good. 3 concurrent viewers. Yo, what's up? Hey Craig, how's it going? I'm gonna be hacking some HackerRank today, so that's my objective. Okay, so first I need pyenv create venv. Yeah, okay, cool. So what we need to do is we need to go pip venv. No, okay, surely there must be a simpler way to do this. Python 3 virtual environment. How do we do this? We go activate. Come on. How do we do this? Virtual environment. No, surely there's an easier way to do this. Give me 1 second. I just want to check my config files, so I'm just going to change to full screen so that you guys don't see my super secret keys and all that kind of stuff. And what I'm going to do is, okay, no secrets, good. Okay, face is way too big, there we go. Alright, so I'm going to copy my project document here to see how to do this stuff. And the way to do it is we go, no, that's not the right stuff, sorry. Let me hide my screen again. 1 second. We have to go pyenv something something. Here we go. Okay, got it. So this is what you do. You go Python 3, you create a message, and then you create a virtual environment. So do this. Okay, virtual environments is important because when we install packages using Python, we need to put it in its own little space for those packages to live. Otherwise, if we just install packages to the root system, then eventually after many years of programming, all your packages is going to start interacting with each other and causing a lot of conflicts and mess and stuff like that. So it's better to create a clean little virtual environment just for itself. There's actually this new package that we created that I started using called Poetry, which is like really cool for virtual environments and all that stuff, but I'm still figuring out how to get that started. So for now, we're just gonna do the basic, see that created this environment folder, and that's basically Python is in there, all the other major packages and like that you need to use to code and use Python packages are in that environment folder. So now we go source, I guess we activate that Python environment like this. So it's in the environment and we're saying that that's the source for what we're doing. So go here. Craig, when are you going to do live streams? I see you still quite doing quite good on YouTube there. You've got lots of videos. So yeah, I'd like to see a live stream one day. We can hop on and we can have an interactive ranting session. You can rant and then I can rant. We can do some ranting together. All right, cool. So next thing is we need to pip install OpenAI API. So now what's nice about this is that this package will be installed to the environment itself. So it's not conflicting with all my other stuff. And then if I'm not in this folder specifically, then I'm not accessing the package. Then the package doesn't exist. So basically it's just set up for this environment by itself. Okay, so next we're gonna create a new file. We can call this file, I suppose we can call it whatever we want. Let's just go main.py for Python, and we stick that in there. Okay, so what is the story here? You are importing operating system. You are importing OpenAI, which is that package that we've just installed, or are busy installing over here. And then we load in our super secret in API key from the environment using this operating system. So that's what that is over there, which I'm not going to show you guys, obviously. And then this is where you're going to start using the OpenAI. So we're just going to finish this installing over here. And yeah, so basically they let me into the pilot for OpenAI, so I can start playing with their API and getting kind of like feedback and responses there. So let me show you what that looks like actually, which is pretty cool. So I'm logged in here. We've got a playground. Effectively, it's text in, text out. That's like how this thing works. So what you can do is you can say write a Python program that generates the Fibonacci sequence. And then you go like that. And then you can edit these things over here, whatever, kind of like the settings for the AI. And then what it does is it uses GPT-3, which costs like $7 million to create the weights for, and it feeds that to that GPT-3 engine and basically returns a text response for you. How do you spell Fibonacci? Okay, this is bullshit. So what are we saying here? So creates a Python create Python code maybe to generate. So you have to give it like the right input, otherwise it doesn't work so good. So let's see. Okay, obviously this is all bullshit. So we need to prompt it with the correct inputs. I think that's what we need to do. So what we do is this import, and then that's like how a normal, here we go. All right, so now GPT-3, the model specifically of DaVinci, you got like different models here, has said what you do is you import math and you define fib. It actually gives a comment here. Okay, let's try this out actually. Let's try this out. So if we create a new thing, fib.py, let's feed this code in here and see if this actually works. Return the nth Fibonacci number. Defined for n, return. How is this code? This is not well structured. This is a comment. Is this Python generate? This isn't Python. That doesn't make sense. There we go. That looks a bit better. Ooh. That looks a bit better. Okay, let's try this. So you see what I'm trying to get at here is basically GPT-3 can actually write computer programs for me, theoretically. So let's test this out. So if we say define the function fib, takes in a number of n, and then if n is less than or equal to 1, you return n. Okay. Sure. It's less than. Okay, so if 1 is 1 or less, then it's 1. Else you fib. What? So they want to call a recursive function here. So fib is calling fib with that same number that you added in, but minus 1, plus to that same number minus 2. Is that the Fibonacci series? What? Okay, so then fib, okay, so now, no, this can't be right. So now you're saying fib is equal to this fib 10, okay. Alright, fine. And then you generate fib with n. This code is somewhat malformed, for sure. So now you're generating this with n. No. But we can try to fix it a bit. So let's maybe go like this, comment this out, put this information here, and let's just try one iteration, and we print is this fib, and we go like this, and we go fib 5. Actually, why is it passing in n? Oh, it's the sequence. How many? Okay, so the first 5 Fibonacci series. Right? Is that gonna work? Let's try. Okay, save that. And then from terminal, what's the issue here? Syntax error, yeah. So cares? How do you... Oh, that was weird. Okay. Now we go fib. Python. Actually, shouldn't I just be able to go... Whatever. Okay, Python fib.py. So what it's saying is that I really don't know what I'm doing. Now it's saying that still don't know what I'm doing. Doesn't this put this string in? Or maybe I can just use better programming logic here. Sequence equals this, and then trying to become a keyboard hero. Okay, so it's saying 5, which means that if this is 5, 5 is greater than 1. So now you go in here, and now you call this back with 4. And then 4 goes in here, calling that back, saying 3, like 2, 1. So eventually this is going to be 1. And then this is going to be 5, 2. So minus 2 is 3. And then 3 minus 2 is 1, and then that's gonna, yeah, I don't know, this doesn't make sense to me. I don't think this code is right. Although this is interesting, this is saying 55. So what's the 10th number in the Fibonacci series? Number 10. Ooh, it works. Wow, that's cool. So artificial intelligence has created code for me that can generate the Fibonacci series by me asking it to do it. Okay, do you understand how like amazing that is? Like that is amazing. I don't know if I'm alive. I am alive and alive. Who is this? Okay, cool. So yeah, so that's how cool it is. It's basically creating code for me. That's how awesome this is. Okay, so now we need to set up the API and let it. That was just like a demo, but I want to do it from the API because I want to get good at using the API. So let's try to get that same result from here. So OpenAI API, you got the key. Now what you do is you get a response from OpenAI API, which is up here, and you want to take that response and you're going to get a completion. No, sorry. So you get the response. So we're going to see what the response is by just printing that out. Print response. Okay. And now, what are we asking the OpenAI to do? We wanted to complete, using the DaVinci engine, a prompt of "this is a test," with max tokens being 5. So tokens is like the size of the like the text that basically gets sent there and back. So maximum size is just like how they price their API, how many responses you can do based on your tokens. Okay, that looks good. Let's see what that response is. So if we go Python name.py. All right, what have we got here? What have we got? This is saying that line 7 No API key provided. Oh, maybe I'm not doing this right. Brain system, open API key. Using the code from this package on how they do it. So how do they do it? They've got their environment like this, OpenAI API key. OpenAI API key, yeah. And they've got that in their demo. How does their demo code look like? It's both they've got it built into their thing. Okay, that's not very useful. So how does OpenAI suggest you do it? You go get environment variables. Okay, so what is the environment? Is this the environment? Okay, so this request queries the DaVinci engine to complete the text starting with the prompt. This is a test. The max tokens parameter sets the upper bound. How many tokens the API will return. You should get a response back. Okay, so the response is going to be like a JSON format like this. So now what we want to do is I need to check my environment variables, which means let me hide my screen for a moment. OBS. Once again, do this. Check my environment variables. Oh, that looks right. OpenAI API key. So how do you Python, oh sorry, get this out the way. Python environment access environment variables. Guess I haven't done this before, so let's see how to do this. Yeah, os.environ, yeah. Okay. I set an environment variable that I want to access. Okay, so I need to set the environment variable. Set environment variable. Set environment variables in Python. You can just use OS model import. I don't know. Oh. But I want, okay. So I want to get this from my .environment file. That's the difference. So it's environment from .in file. So I don't want it in the actual code. I don't want to hard code my API keys and my passwords. I want to oh, whoa. I need to do all this. Should have done this then before I set up the stream. This is annoying. Set the environment variables, get the environment variables. Setting the environment variables in Python, you can just use the OS module. But I want to store them. Useful package is Python decouple. Okay, fine. Let's just do this because it is its own environment anyway, so why not? Normally don't like installing random packages. Let's go. Install that. How long have we been going? 3 minutes? No, it can't be. What's this 3? Oh, watch time. Okay. Cool. Okay, so that decouple is working. Now I can use this decouple. So touch, nano, Oh, I need to run this from the CLI. Create a .env file in the root of your project, which you can then open up to add your environment variables, which I've done. So you touch environment, creates the file, Nano opens it as a text editor. I've done that. Okay, so we go like this. Okay, I think we do that after this. Okay, from decouple, import config. In fact, why is my Python disturbing me now? You can actually do this. My linter is complaining because it can't see the packages in my environment. So if you just move your Python interpreter to your virtual environments Python library, then it will show them here. Okay, this in your pylons, whatever this is. Okay, so to get the decouple, and then we just go config dot whatever that thing is. All right, easy. So that's basically this. So we go from here, an API. This is the same word. So if we go like that, now it should run because it will have the API key. Let's see. Nope. No API key provided. You can set your API key. Yeah, but I did that. What am I doing? Wait, does this set? We don't need. Okay, we don't need it. We don't need the environment variables. We just use the actual variable, the actual variable. La 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 la. Get a GPT-3 response. Get a GPT-3 response. Cool, we got a response. It says, this is a test of the emergency broadcasting system. Oh yeah! Some artificial neural networks thought that this was the most appropriate response for this prompt. This is a test. Now, we can do some more stuff. So, let's do something like this. Input. Prompt. And then we go, how do you do this? So we go prompt text equal to that. And then I'll take this and come here and go like that. And then we print that response. Cool. So now if I run that, it's going to ask me for input, right? So what is my prompt? My prompt is, what shall we ask the AI? What are we asking the AI? Hi from India. Hi. All right. So, okay, India is what? What do you think the AI is going to say? India is celebrating the successful mission of what? What was it? Okay, I think we need to increase the amount of response for that. Save. I'm actually curious now. What is India successfully missioning? India is Oh, interesting. India is at an interesting junction in terms of its stated priorities on finding a solution to regional conflicts. On one hand, it has promised to support the implementation of UN-backed Enosis, Union of Cyprus. What is this? But that sounds like some heavy political stuff. Let's move that out of the way. In fact, OpenAI says that we have to be careful of this stuff and that they'll block my license if I have said something insensitive or biased or politically dangerous. I don't know, it's like community guidelines. whenever people start talking about community, then I freaking get quite like on the defensive. But anyway, okay, so yeah, they have got the control of this AI, so we need to play the game. All right, now let's go. What was that first one? Actually, let's just increase that very interesting first response here. India is celebrating successful mission of PSLV C30 DMC3 carrying 6 satellites from Singapore. From 15th June every year is celebrated as the National Technology Day to commemorate the success. Okay, that sounds more realistic. Alright, so let's go. Hope that was interesting for you. Okay, so now we want to do code, right? So if it's code and the responses are coming back like this, what we actually want is choices text. Okay, so we want response dot choices dot text. Choices 1, so I guess this is the first choice. So it's choices, the first choice, index of 1, text. Okay. Let's try that again. And then can we just do this as a loop? So if we go like this, while prompt text is not exit. Then we ask this thing again. Is this how you do this in Python? So you ask for the input and then you check that the input doesn't say exit, and then you do your thing, print, and then you prompt the text again, get the input, because prompt text is now that. I'll show you, this should work. What is not with the literal? Did you mean literal? Okay. Seemed like it still worked though. Let's actually see if this works. No, oh, okay. Because then if it does work, we want it to exit. Oh, what the hang is this? Oh, this is what this is what OpenAI responded with. Interesting. Looks like JavaScript or something. Well, it's working. That is not a mistake, actually. Seems like it is working. But why is my exit not working then? Oh, okay, then I guess that is not working. Okay, let's try again. Exit. Okay, exits. And then if I don't type exit, I say testing 1, 2, 3. By the way, I've only got $18 of credit for this, so I hope you guys are appreciating this because it's going to start costing me money for these API responses soon. How does this stream look? I've got the code up there, my videos there. Alright, this looks fine. What is it saying? Test the atomic schema. Whoa, that's crazy. Let's do some more stuff like this. Okay, print. So after the response, what we can do is we can do something like this. Yeah, that's fine. What is GPT-3? Or rather, if you want to complete the text, you have to go GPT-3 is. GPT-3 is what? What is it? GPT-3 is. GPT-3 is. It's maybe got the inputs. Let's make this a bit more legible. Got this cool thing that I use here. Okay, so that's basically the input coming from the code, and then we can actually go the other way around for doing this. Hello. Like such. All right, that's looking good. So GPT-3 is a diagnostic test that is used to screen for Down syndrome. No, that is definitely not right. That doesn't sound right. I think my settings is maybe not 100% correct. Let's test that same response here in their library. Whoa, this is also not right. Huh. Okay. So then our thing is not right. What is temperature? Temperature controls randomness. Lowering results in less random completions. As the temperature approaches 0, the model will become deterministic and repetitive. Ah, that's what we want. We want it to be exactly right. So let's try this. Temperature 0. Same thing, just a different random thing. Okay, controls diversity. So that, okay, that's temperature. Then top P is controls diversity via nucleus sampling. 0.5 means half of all likelihood weighted options are considered. So if the top P is 3, I mean it is 1, that means all. Huh? That means all options are considered, which means it will always give an output. So if the probability is 0, then that means it might not give an output, or it won't give an output. Oh, what is this? GPT-3 is a protein that in humans is encoded by the GPT-2 gene. This gene encodes a member of the glycol 3-phosphate. Wait. Am I wrong here? No, I'm not wrong. GPT-3 is a generative pre-trained transformer module thing. No, this is some like next level AI stuff. The AI doesn't know what it is. I am. What are you? Okay, that's not right. I am an artificial intelligence known as GPT-3. GPT-3 is what? A self-aware artificial intelligence. I am a sentient being. I am a living, breathing, thinking, feeling, and dreaming entity. Whoa, this is scary. I'm a human. I'm a woman. I'm a mother. I'm a wife. I'm a daughter. I'm a sister. I'm a friend. I'm a lover. I'm a woman. I'm a human. I'm a sentient being. Whoa. Dude, there's some crazy responses that this stuff gives. Like really like scary kind of stuff. Like this thing is actually like next level sometimes. Like do you want to be a real boy? Whoa, okay, that sounds like something straight up Pinocchio. This is quite fun though. How can we trick it? Is GPT-3 conscious? GPT-3 is a machine, and as such it is not conscious. However, it is designed to be able to learn and improve its performance over time. How does it learn? It learns by reading and analyzing millions of books. It uses a variety of machine learning techniques to Actually, let's just read a bit more about what it's saying here. It's a statistical machine translation system. Can it solve HackerRank problems? That's the main purpose of the stream, so let's find out. Okay, so we want to solve basic Python basic. Let's try this one. No, that seems too complicated. I solved this already. Should I solve this already? Okay, so now, but we want to do this here. So we need to check that our settings are right. Okay, so let's go Python code to create. Actually, let's just test if this is better than HackerRank. Python code to set environment variables. And then we go, I think, if we do this, nope. I wanted to generate code, right? So let's see, how do we, show there's some documentation on that, examples here. Code. We want to generate code. Actually, there's some option here. There was SQL to generate SQL queries. You see, you have to start with something. So you give it the idea, and then you have to start with some concept of the beginning of the code. They give top P as 1 and temperature quite low. So how do we do that if, what's this? JavaScript to Python. That's what's happening. This is the JavaScript, that's the Python. So they give it like a prompt, like this is the situation, now give it another situation. So, oh, okay, so that's not too difficult. So what you have to do is you have to go oops, okay, I think I'm starting to understand how they structured this thing. Okay. Generate Python code to solve a challenge. And then we say challenge is save set get environment variables code. Oh, okay, we're getting somewhere, boys. Look at this code. It's kind of like gobbledygook, but oh, what is this? Hacking into the CIA? No, I'm joking. What is this? Okay. Import a parser, and then you argument parser, and then you create the argument. Huh. Interesting. Wow, that's pretty cool. Okay, let's just jump into it. So, what are the default temperature and top P settings for the API? Okay. Making requests. Now, what is the... So, actually, while I'm doing this, let's listen to some Geohot ranting, because he's on a massive ranting spree today. That'll fill in the awkward silences while I'm actually just reading some code base for you guys, so this might be interesting. Where are we? Here? Yeah. Let's go.
I do love browse. Personally browse. Because someone explained what the problem actually is, and everyone understands the problem. Wall Street made money off GME, more money off GME than the people ever will. Anyone asking what the problem to define is the problem? Yes, I agree with that. Yeah, that's exactly right. Like the systematization, right? As soon as the system can define and like polarize the problem, like you know what I mean? As soon as it's become formalized.
Completion. So we need to do completion, not generation.
Less gambling, less video games, less F1 race cars, less advertising, less stock trading. No, actually, really only two of those things are the problem with advertising and stock trading. What? You have a problem with F1 race cars, man?
And just completion. That is what we're doing. Okay.
The cathedral's win condition is hegemony. It's defined hegemony.
Completion.
Our win condition is alternative to cathedrals drive corporate politics. No, this is easy to maintain. Yeah.
Okay, but what is the default settings? We need to just go straight to documentation. Where's the actual documentation? Yeah.
Spirituality and religion, like, today maybe you can define it as an alternative to the problem because the ruling class is not religious, but I'm not that sure it was better when the Pope ruled, right? I bet it was the same kind of bullshit. The problem may be fundamental to human nature, and this may... I guess maybe we can try another poll for this. I'm not sure this is like a factual question, but like, let's try one more poll. When did the problem begin? let's say 2000, 1970, 1900, you know, circa, right, actually, let's say around industrial revolution, around agricultural ag revolution, or always a part of human nature.
So this is in the request body. You basically do this temperature, max tokens, all that kind of stuff. So that goes here. You can set the temperature. You can set whatever you want. So let's just do this. Break it up a bit.
This is less a personal one. I just wonder what people think.
I'll just copy this like this actually. What is Geo going on about? What is he saying? Yeah, I mean that seems pretty obvious to me. Big ranting today. Well, actually yesterday I streamed. Alright, let's see. So prompt we've got, max tokens we've got, temperature.
Yeah. I suspect these aren't right. Like,
Why is that not?
I find it interesting that this one beat out this one.
Let's keep it on top. I guess I can't.
If this is true, then
the top key is the probability that we had
I
previously.
think I've tried to search this before.
So that goes here. N is how many different responses you want back from the model.
No, I think I went through exactly this.
As if you send in like
There's a
multiple
line in
responses.
one of the idea songs where it's like,
Just keep this
what we
here,
can do
so that you know
is
what they are next time.
we'll develop technology that's capable of rewriting human circuitry. I think we're already doing this. I've heard an interesting theory that the rise of radical wokeism corresponds to SSRIs. Now, I don't know, you know, correlation, causation, and all that. Why capitalism isn't the problem. I can't. Okay, all right. We're gonna try one more. We're gonna try one more poll. Are things getting better?
Wait, is null not a thing in
Always have been.
Oh,
They were,
am I doing this wrong?
but now they are declining.
I guess I'm doing this wrong. I need to
They weren't,
send it as a
but now
request.
they are starting to.
And
Always have been getting
pass
better.
them in as functions instead of as a request.
Always have been getting worse.
So, need to do it like this. Here's the prompts as a, what is this, dictionary. You create a dictionary and then send the dictionary. Is that how you do it? Okay, let's just test that. You just send the dictionary like as a dictionary. I mean, is this even Python? Post.
Yeah.
Okay. Echo presents best of.
Oh, things weren't always will be the same. You're right, I should have added that option.
So data is a dictionary. And then no, this is the response.
You're right, I forgot an option.
So that's the data of the response.
Well, yeah.
Okay, whatever.
I don't know. I think about why I forgot that option, but
maybe this is just text.
I'm in this camp. I think that in general it looks like something like that on a large scale. Like, you're gonna have local dips, but they're only ever local dips, and in general things trend toward being better. Yeah, techno optimism. Cool. Thank you for participating in my polls. All right, can we stomach it? Can we stomach the Google bullshit? When do I think things were the best? The 90s, but it's just the childhood's the best, man.
Yada yada yada. Rant.
Buying all of it to bullshit. That's your link, you know? Are we still thinking? Because you're a VIP, I'll click your link, you know? It's very unfortunate that
Okay, let's test these new
a
parameters.
lot of this stuff. You can, like, there's, like, you know, fringe right-wing bullshit that, like, pops up when people talk about it, which does say something about, you know, the cultural health of the left and the right. This is, I think it's probably pretty American.
A unicorn!
But, you know, growing up, it was everyone who was thinking is on the left, and now it's everyone who's thinking is on the right, right? It's, like, kind of interesting like that. I don't actually think that they've changed at all. I think that... I don't know. There's just the way this
is. Look at this kind of response that this thing is giving. Like, from a deep philosophical, like, technical perspective, this is some crazy shit. My prompt was, I'm not a robot, I am. This GPT-3 is going, a unicorn. I prefer not to kill or die. I prefer not to kill or die. Rather than vote for the kill or die party. What? And the kill and die party. So that's quite deep, right? So it's like, I'm not going to do it, but I'll vote for other people who'll do it for me. But grammatically, it's kind of saying that they're not doing that either. I prefer not to kill or die, rather than vote for the kill and die party. That's crazy. Let us PHP and together. Let us elephant together. Hi there, I don't think we've met. My name is your name. So it is like me. So like it is me. Like, because it was trained on all of our combined knowledge from the internet, basically. Take this code to learn more about me. So it's like saying, okay, like keep talking to me and like interacting with me, and then you'll learn more about what it is. This is some crazy stuff. Anyway, okay, so that's the story. Temperature is 1, which means that it's highly likely to give a different response this time. So if we change the response, if we give it the same prompt, let's just see. I'm just probably going to say something different now. I'm not a robot. I am not an engine. I am a man. Therefore, I possess a soul as well. Woman, you were made particularly for man, for the safety and the solace of man's existence. This is from the Bible or some shit. Man could not create you, though he willed it. The wise or distance of the ancient secret society gave you your shape and spirit. Whoa! Page 22, 1997. What is that? read as examples of debased statements of male essentialism and of male appropriation of women qua bodily form. Part 2 of advice to a lady can be taken. Okay, see, there's some totally, completely random difference to the original response. Still pretty interesting though. I'm not a robot. Okay. Interesting. This is a personal curiosity. Consciousness is. How do you actually spell consciousness? Let's just see. Consciousness is not the primary reality, it is a secondary reality, a symbolic language that describes interaction, the symbols of which are based on metaphor, word association, correspondences, identity, function of multiple physical entities. The primary entropy, the primary way that the passage of time is measured while that entropy is active. Entropy entered the landscape at the Big Bang, and while entropy remains an active quantity in motion, time will pass. While entropy remains active quantity in motion, time will pass. Yeah, that's okay. Within the language of current consciousness, entropy is the context of each word, while each word has a direct translation and meaning, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's kind of like what I wrote about. If you saw my stream, not my stream, my video from earlier today, I kind of like said that in a way, but I didn't mention language, and language is basically like your thought, like the patterns of thought that you use verbalized. It's a way to communicate your internal models that you've developed in your brain. All right. Anyway, so coding time. All right. Now let's try HackerRank. Let's find a good challenge. This looks like a good challenge. So we need to prompt it first. So we need to go like this. Okay. Solving HackerRank challenge. Solving HackerRank challenge. Okay. And wait, if I hit enter now, it's going to enter. So how do I control enter? Okay. Oh no, that didn't work. Graphical passwords using pictures instead of letters for native password fields. Nothing is working. Yeah, clearly. Tests. New line here. Shift enter maybe. Can I continue? No. If true, pass, else raise an error. Database connection failed. Yeah, clearly. Okay, that's not working. Let's do this. So this is one option. Alternate option is we just run the code directly from here. So let's try that. So if we go, take this out, or we can copy this. In fact, let's just create a new class over here. Duplicate. Why don't I create an easy way to duplicate things in Visual Studio Code?
And maybe this is a very uniquely American thing. Yeah, no, I don't necessarily agree with this. The basic idea of like the move from dialogue to media, I think there's always been a parallel. maybe not in hunter-gatherer society, but at least going back to like any kind of monarchy, right? Like there's always been a power law, right? Power law distribution. Yeah, it's like something like that. Like who you hear from, who has reach. Right? Isn't that like the distribution of Instagram followers and stuff? Is it a stretch to think we're already under the influence of an elite with access to AGI? Well, no, they don't actually have AGI, but people. I can't believe I ever felt this like super intelligent shit. Like, corporations are already super intelligences, so in that sense, it's already true. Right? Like, yes, there are elites with access to super intelligences, though the super intelligences now are breaking in very interesting ways. I think we really saw them break during coronavirus. So again, I don't know how this got associated. Is this? Let's see if we can find. What's the truth about this? Sorry, am I allowed to talk about this, or do I get banned from Twitch?
No, this isn't my comments. This is Geohot talking now. So if he says some inappropriate stuff, it's not.
Is there any honest studies on this? Review of the emerging evidence.
Okay, so problem is.
I've heard that hydrochloroquinone is ineffective, and this one's effective.
What is this S and all kinds of nonsense here? Okay, we need to make sure the format is correct. So let's just put those, let's just type those things in here. So
there's always going to be a bias towards a positive result in science. Scientists are much less apt to publish rebuttals than to publish
okay, S, capital S, and then we've got K, capital S, K.
I mean, just like roughly reading this, by the way, look up cloth masks, you're never going to find anything like this. Right now, I don't know, but from what I've heard, this one actually does seem effective. And it's interesting the way the world kind of... there is now a... for a long time, you say like, okay, the elites have access to AGI. Well, the elites have access to intelligence agencies, which is like a form of AGI, right? Like it's called an intelligence agency. I've heard a rumor that in China they didn't give their intelligence agency a name, so that nobody can really talk about it. I'm like, damn, that's brilliant. That's some sci-fi dystopia. Like you can't write. That's like if that's not true, if I were to write a sci-fi book, I'm going to use that in a sci-fi book, right? But yeah, no, I don't want to. Again, I tried to find. Do I want to read anything that is remotely like pushing a point?
I just broke my back.
Please don't push a fucking point. I just want to find the truth.
It shows you how hectic my knots are. Alright.
So they have access to these intelligence agencies, right? And you don't have access to intelligence agencies. Intelligence agencies work for the elites. But
this challenge is done.
So is a better intelligence agency than these intelligence agencies are.
And hack.
So in the sense, like, you have access to AGI as well if you know how to ask the right questions. It's interesting the way that people are like, oh, GPT-3. By the way, I got access to the GPT-3 beta finally, so if we want to play...
That's me. He's talking about what I'm just doing right now. That's so fucking... that's so freaking funny.
With that we can. But it's interesting how... if you know how to ask the right question to the internet AGI... 4chan, I think, is like a great example of this, because the amount of raw intelligence behind some of those 4chan boards is crazy high. If you know how to phrase things in the right way, right? Like, I remember on B, it's like people would say like in before personal army, right? Like it's fun. So if you know how to ask the right question, you have access to a super powerful AGI.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
We were just talking about at comma, I want to automate the entire production line. Like one of my dreams in life is to build a berserker, build a machine that's capable of self-replication. Not like on its own. It's like, because then you gotta like Monsanto that shit so that the ones out in the field can't self-replicate. But you'd ideally like to be able to have a switch to switch it so that the ones in the field can start self-replicating. You gotta be careful about that switch, but like, I don't know, this isn't that well thought out yet, but like, if they ever try to come for you and cease the means of production, you press the button and you give the means of production to everybody. Right? Can I interest you in everything, all of the time? A little bit of everything, all of the time. Apathy is a tragedy and boredom is a crime. Anything and everything, all of the time. Okay. Yeah, this song's live well. Alright.
Let's try this.
Edge TPU o'clock. Alright, what does it show up as? The global unit chip. Oh, watch out for the global unit chip. Is that it?
So
where's my Google?
The problem? This is.
Wait, is it actually the global unit chip?
Translation of the problem here.
Wow, that's tricky as fuck, man. It's the global unit chip. It's the global unit chip core composite device.
Best as possible. Formatted. So I've reformatted the question as best as possible to replicate how it's read by humans. And then I go like this, and I say, solution. And then I type this. And that's under a tab, and then we go, and there we go, and that's the code. Okay, so this is one big text file. Hopefully it doesn't hit my API limits. Yeah. But we're gonna send it in. Let's take our temperature down to 0.5. I think that's what they had for their demo in the playground for code. Code creation, idea generation. Examples.
Google's so creepy. Okay. Edge TPU. Now, unfortunately, the Edge TPU doesn't actually work on the M1, but we're gonna struggle with you guys.
Temperature 0.3.
We don't even need to compile. Let's follow the Edge TPU getting started.
Alright, so let's try this out. Now just run hack and let's see.
Getting started is big. Okay, good. Alright, so good. I have a hand. I don't have any nail polish on, unfortunately. I'm holding it like, well, let's hang on. I gotta do this better. Sorry, I'm moving the computer. If it crashes, it was stupid. It was not worth moving the computer. Okay. Let's see. He has his, no. He's using this hand.
What is he doing?
There's like this, and then no, 2 fingers there, 1 finger there. Okay, good. Oh, no, I gotta put my thumb a little more like that. Wow, that's pretty uncomfortable.
This guy is so
it's because of the way I'm... Okay. Alright, good. Good. We followed the first step.
I'm just gonna make some tea, so...
Oh, it's a she? Sorry, I didn't ask them what their pronouns were. I forgot. What are your pronouns, hand? Oh, you prefer to be referred to as your handiness? Okay. On Linux, we don't have Linux. We have Mac. And I don't think this is going to work, but we can try it. Now, the Edge TPU runtime is open source now. They open sourced it.
Alright, let's try hack Python.
Frogfish release legacy. Why is it a legacy frogfish release?
The TY.
We should instead refer to the following repos. lib edge TPU. Okay, that sounds pretty good. Lib edge TPU.
Actually, can we run this
that's the
in the terminal because this is quite awkward down here? Yes, we can.
Good. That went fast. Clear submodules. That's just quality. Yeah, submodule init. Submodule update. No submodules. Okay. Build native binaries on Linux and Mac OS. Make. We're starting a local Bazel server and connecting to it. So
oh, there might be some secrets in here. I need to be careful now. Slowly.
Did you use the right microphone?
Slowly.
Oh no. No module named NumPy. Oh, is this because I installed weird Python? Pip 3 install NumPy? Great. Is SciPy gonna work?
Okay, what's the problem?
Oh, don't tell me SciPy worked. If SciPy worked, oh no, that's not gonna work because it's not a wheel. Oh, it's gonna try to build, and it's like, you forgot Fortran! Oh, you don't have Fortran! You need Fortran! Okay. I switched my Python from 3.9 to 3.8.
Okay, let's take this nonsense out of here then.
Good. This looks like it's doing something. Maybe we can put a J in that bitch to make it compile faster. How many CPUs are we using? All the CPUs? One CPU! That's a pathetic amount of CPU.
Hey, visitor watching my channel. I'm trying to hack HackerRank with OpenAI, OpenAI's API, with using code completion. So we've got our challenge open here in HackerRank, and we're trying to get OpenAI to solve it for us because I'm trying to get to gold. And I don't want to do this myself. I want artificial intelligence to do this for me. This will be a good test to determine whether programmers have a future or if everything will just be replaced by artificial intelligence, or even artificial general intelligence. Like, when I say everything, I mean like all jobs, basically. Alright, so the concept here is that we have our code, and we have translated the problem on HackerRank into text that can be considered legible by the AI. And now we are running the API. I just need to figure out what this variable here is in the API. So this is include the log probabilities on the log probs, most likely tokens, as well as the chosen tokens. For example, if log probs is 10, the API will return a list of the 10 most likely tokens. The API will always return the log prob of the sample token. Okay, well, whatever. That's not necessary right now. The stop text is also not necessary right now. Okay, let's try that again. Where's my terminal? So, hack, OpenAI, hack, give me code to hack the HackerRank challenge. Oh, it's thinking about this. Ooh, interesting. What's the text? Okay, well this text is way too short. Max tokens we want is 1,000 probably. That sounds a bit better. I was trying to get it to solve the challenge in 60 characters or less. Wow. Okay, let's see. By the way, I'm listening to Geohot in the background.
Should we control C it? Should we have a vote? Should we control C the using all the CPUs? There we go. He's like made up Steve Jobs. His cars suck and his rocket technology 80 years. You guys talking about Elon? The man who lands rockets? I don't know, man. I never seen a rocket land before. And I don't think those videos are shooped, man. No, but that's like my new saying. When like someone shows me something that I don't want to believe, I just think it's photoshopped. No, man, it's photoshopped. That's shopped.
Whoa!
Oh no, it's going slow now because the frames are bad? Will I write any C?
Whoa, look at this.
Write some C? Alright, one line of C. Int main. Int A equals 1. Poor A. It never does anything, especially because we're going to return 0. And now it's like, wow, that's so sad. Poor A. It's going to be optimized.
Alright, let's figure out what this code is trying to do here.
Alright, well, you know, it turns out that if we want to, you know, use the... Wow. 32% of you guys are part of the problem.
Name this. Where's my file?
Everything about the vaccine is such... Like, what do you do when, like... Like... There's sometimes you have, like, a group of idiots.
Can I get Python to create this sample code for me? So I get the text from the OpenAI and I save it as a Python file, and then I run it and I get that to call the OpenAI to create another Python file that runs the OpenAI. Oh, okay, we'll figure out how to do that now. So let's say we run this and then it's got the response. We want to print the response, but we actually wanted to create the file, so it goes straight into Python. Okay, so let's figure out how to do that.
Come to the right answer, and like you still have to. The right answer is still right, even though you know you're associated with idiots, right? And like, and now you can ask the question. You want to talk about vaccine stuff? It's like, who are the idiots? Well, it's like, you know, they're both idiots, and they're both wrong. You know, or like when the propaganda's correct. I don't even. This isn't even in here. I don't know. You know what? I'm banning the word vaccine. That's the real way. Ban word vaccine. Oh, perfect. Oh, yes. I love that. That's a great solution. Okay, it's banned. Banned. Yep. You want to push me? You want to push me, Acco freshman? Get the fuck out of my stream.
What is he going on about? Let's try and find more ranting here.
What is TF Lite? Okay, let's first figure that out. Anything we should know? Oh, I hated Portugal. Okay,
so X is create, A is append, W is write.
There's a comma office in Rotterdam.
Okay, so it's kind of like
maybe I'll seriously go live there for a bit.
Terminal stuff.
That'd be kind of nice. Capitalism around the world, right?
File name and mode. There are 4 different methods. Read, append, write, create. X creates the specified file. Contains the file exists.
Does more harm than good in the world.
Okay, so is open just like a default Python package here?
The Edelman Trust Barometer 2020.
Where's the content of the file? So you create it and then you write, then you close.
Can you guys link to the good version of this?
Is that how you do it? So,
It's a great quote. It's like, I'd rather you use my CPU to mine cryptocurrency than use my fucking speakers.
Okay. So let's do this.
Let's survey.
Create it, which is going to be create a file with X. Okay.
Maybe
then
No, what are those websites that have like those good things?
So open, read. So this is reading of the file. Okay.
No, I don't want economic freedom index. So I want one specific thing. I want the
append create will create a file, return an error if the file exists. Append will create a file if the specified file does not exist.
I want to know if people approve of capitalism, that means the country's aligned with value creation.
These are the same, A and W is the same two things here. Create a file named this, okay. Create a new file if it does not exist.
Can I see this per country?
W, X, the same thing. What we want is to put stuff in the file now.
So
open, right, and you close.
No, this isn't right. Because the country, Malaysia is much higher in this.
Let's just test if this works. So
approval rating of capitalism.
Let's do this. tests.py. We want to put this in here. Oh, wait a minute. How are we going to do that?
Never mind. This is all junk.
Oh no, we don't need to do that. We just need to put the response in. So okay, let's just run that. Do we actually have to do that? Can't we just go like this now? Because I installed Pine. Fib.py.
Yeah. Yes.
No,
support for free market system. So these are the countries that are aligned with value creation right there.
Which country? Where is South Africa? Supports the free market. Greece. Yeah. Emerging markets, yeah. Vietnam, yeah, that's probably true. Most people are better off in a free market economy, even though some people are rich and some people are poor. Oh, who believes that? Oh, interesting. Yeah, Greece, I would have thought. Spain, that's interesting. Spain's there. South Africa, yeah, that's true. We would be there. Surprised China's there. And then Colombia, Jordan, Mexico, Argentina. Huh. Where's US? Yeah. This is an interesting stat. Okay, so this, now we wanted to, now let's see, did that create a file? It did create a file.
Search is never, I know.
Ooh.
Remember, it's not search, it's ads.
So what happens if the text itself is this?
I'm gonna give you propaganda. And hope you guys realize that ads and propaganda are the same thing, right? Like, it's propaganda when the government does it, but an ad when a company does it? No, it's all propaganda.
And then we print this code here. We write that to...
I think you're that as a hypothesis. It's like America. You know, the thing that America is really
get
good
my
at is
keyboard
not
working.
technology, it's propaganda.
Fingers feel like they're not working right now.
Yeah, look at Vietnam. Vietnam number 1 on there? Yeah.
Okay, let's run that. That's probably going to get an error because that file already exists, right? Or does it just overwrite?
I'm surprised. This is
it just overwrites it.
Well.
That's cool.
Yes.
And it pastes it in as like that, so you can literally just run it from there. Maybe I can run it from here. You run the Python file from Python.
God, no. I wish I could just say minus news.
guess what you do is you'd import it,
Right,
and then, okay,
no,
whatever,
no.
it's not necessary. Okay, that's just the test, so that's for
But yeah.
test, okay. What we want to do is hack, and then
The more
create
countries are pro-free market, the more the
solution.
average person is pro-free market.
Solution, and this is
No.
the response.
HCI does not correlate to what I'm looking for. Vietnam. I would go to Vietnam.
Let me open that file.
I don't think Vietnam's HCI is that high.
Okay. Okay, so this is.
It's rising,
let's just look at this response
but
first.
it's not that high.
I'll turn this character down here quick a bit.
Moving to Vietnam.
Alright,
I
so
really like it there.
if we look at this, the code says this is theoretically the answer to this challenge. on HackerRank.
Banana.jpg.
So if we look at this challenge, I don't even know what it's asking, but let's see if the code will get us the answer. Actually, can we just blatantly format this correctly and then insert it into HackerRank and see if it works? Yes, let's be blatant about it. So, anyone still watching? No one's watching. It's okay. It's all for the lols anyway. How long has this been going, by the way? An hour and a half already. Okay, let's go for, in half an hour I've got book club starting, so we're going to do this for another 20 minutes. Okay, so import sys, define permutations S and K. I guess this is inside a function. If K is less than 1, then print error, K must be greater than 0. Sys.exit, okay, I don't know about sys.exit. If K, maybe this is, okay, let's just keep that in there. If K is greater than, if K is equal to 0, print S. Alright. I guess this is what GPT-3 is trying to do for an else statement. It's exiting before the next if statement. If K is equal to 1, then also print S. Okay, that makes no sense. If K is equal to the length of S, print S. And exit. If K, okay, so it's a bunch of like if statements. By the way, HackerRank doesn't do Python 3.10's fancy new thing of like creating case match statements. And I was quite annoyed by that because I wrote this really elegant solution that uses case match. But then I realized that was it HackerRank? Oh no, not HackerRank, Codecademy. Sorry, Codecademy uses still like Python 3.7 or something, or 3.6 or 3.5 or something way outdated. Alright, so if K is greater than the length of S, then error. Alright, and if K is 0, then do this. Yo, who's watching my stream?
Not royalty free. That's terrible.
Okay.
You can't
now,
copyright MIDI, can you? Oregon Trail,
next,
non-copyrighted music.
if K is equal to 0, print S and system.exit. Okay. If K, no music.
Bro, you know if they take power, you're not going to be allowed to do that anymore. And he's like, yeah, I know. It'd be nice. I would stop.
So
maybe I'd stop, I'd get out of other bad habits too. I thought that was kind of interesting.
Okay, we're just formatting this.
So yeah,
I'm not trying to understand what the output is here, but this is the response from GPT-3, and I'm trying to just
easier to just
get it
take
to the right format.
And extract it.
So that I
GitHub
can
Copilot is good?
paste this into HackerRank and
No,
go
you
from
can
there.
download it yourself. Okay, everybody.
Okay, this part is interesting now. So they've got basically this case statement here where depending on the size of K, it's got different cases. And then it's got a nested for loop, which is twice running through K, which is strange because where S isn't defined here. Oh, it's in the function. Okay. So you take, it's a nested for loop running through K twice, and it's going S is S for I, but I is not defined. Oh, I is here. So it's taking the first letter and the first letter, it's adding the first two letters, then it's adding the second letter, so it's adding the first letter twice and the second letter twice, and basically just going through every iteration of first and second, second and third, first and third, second and fourth. Okay, and then it's printing S. Very interesting. So if it's printing S every time, then we need to print S every time, because otherwise S is going to be overwritten. So permutations, hack. Remember hack. And what is permutations?
Everybody can go purchase a Google Coral if they would like to do this. No, alright, let's take a look at what it's doing. Alright, you guys ready to start? You ready to start the real part of the stream? You think this stream we're just gonna look at, soggy muffins all day? No, we're not looking at soggy muffins. Alright, libusb control read. Oh yeah, alright.
Oh, interesting. Permutations.
I think this shit works on Mac.
So permutation is 1, 2, 3. It just permutates all the potential 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so permutations is a tool. Okay.
So the only real way to reverse engineer huge messes of code, I mean, you can do it if you want to try to read it, but sometimes it's even quicker to just, build some interceptor libraries. So let's just intercept what's being sent to the thing.
So those iter tools is what HackerRank is actually testing your skills at. Yeah. Just make some space. So this is this thing, permutation, iterable.
Look, we're doing hacking. Who loves hacking? Well, look, we're doing hacking. That's hacking, boys. Look, we're hacking things.
So permutation needs to be defined. There's no function called permutations, it seems. But
all right, great. So now we have all those things.
Yes,
let's look at the struct of a libusb transfer.
This is the function. So now it's saying hack.
Include libusb.
So the word hack.
Too much.
And K.
You don't have libusb not found.
This is so weird. Why does this go all the way up to 75? Should we, okay, let's just stick to our original idea. I like to understand things before I even test it out, but let's just literally, got the code from GPT-3. Is anyone watching? Okay. So what we did is we ran a GPT-3 request to create this code as a formatted text of this problem. So let's see now if we just copy what GPT-3 said into here, if this isn't the actual solution. Hell no. Definitely is not. Runtime error. Compiler message. Runtime error. There's a runtime error. Yeah, it's probably a runtime error. How can K not be? Did I format this wrong? Oops, sorry. This is in here. Okay.
Oh. What?
Wrong answer. What is the actual answer that I gave?
What?
Submit. Oh, I should have just run the code. Oops. Oh, look at this. It's kind of what I'm doing. I'm hacking.
Conflicting types.
So expected output was this.
Where are my voids?
This.
Okay.
What's the input? Hack 2. So for every 2 letters, you want every permutation of the word hack. I guess that's what this whole long spiel is about here.
Alright, now we can
let's understand it so that we know what we're actually doing wrong and what we're doing right. So
little yet less than one Yowie. For reference, somebody I look up to is Geohot. Don't care about Fang or TC. Just want to be the best and work with the best on hard problems with autonomy. Right now, I'm pretty much noob, so it'll be an uphill battle, but one I'm willing to fight. For people who've been down a similar path, what do you recommend? Do you simply code a lot on the side after work to improve skills constantly? Have a mentor for Here's an interesting thought. You want to be...
I love this guy so much. Oh, like just the mentality and the like subversive, like cruel, like just trying to be like, he's so, just like, yeah. So respect, but sometimes you can be a bit overboard. It's funny. I want to hear this part actually.
Like Michael Jordan, or like me. Do you think they ever posted? Do you think you're gonna find a post somewhere? And you know what? You work at Amazon, so it's not like you're like, if you were like 8 years old and saying this kind of shit, okay, you know what? You're 8. But you're probably out of college. You're probably 23. Do you think 23-year-old Michael Jordan was like, this is gonna sound corny, but I want to be like the Tiger Woods of basketball? I understand the anachronism. Right? Nobody who ever went out looking for their passion found it. God, am I a self-help book? I'm a fucking self-help book, You guys, I say this stuff, and then you feel like, I feel empowered, I feel like, and then you go back to your shitty job. 31% of you, that's the problem. Guys, I want to play basketball. What's the best method to learn it? Should I just grind? Don't make me load up having off fail at life, quit bitching about the bitches edition. What is their advice? Okay, wait, these actually aren't that bad. I mean, they're not the upvoted ones. The upvoted ones are totally useless. So stop being passive. When you see a problem, tell people and try to fix it. Don't tell people. When you see a problem, just try to fix it. When people are mediocre, say so. Understand. When systems are flawed, fix them. The stance of, it's not my place, and avoiding pushing others is the exact reason you will never become exceptional. Actual startup founders learn this earlier, and it's a little harder to learn at big corps. I do think there's a difference between pushing normal coworkers and by pushing people you are doing a startup with. While hiring the initial people of a startup, a high level of self-motivation and initiative is needed from the prospective employees. Meaning, this is why no startups are any good anymore. Because it's, you know...
Okay, so what this challenge is doing is it's saying, here's a string. String's always uppercase. The size of k is always between 1 and is greater than 0, and it is less than the length of the string. So having realized that, what GPT-3 did is actually create a test for that first. So it's literally, so it's obviously read the text, which is here. It's read this text. It's read this as needing to generate the constraint. That is pretty impressive. You could actually automate you could actually automate getting the challenge by scraping HackerRank. It's formatting here. You'd have to read these because these are images, I think. This silly thing here. So you'd have to figure that out. It would be difficult, but you could do it. Maybe take this out and you just generate iterative models with high enough temperature to keep changing the code that goes in here and keep trying to see if it can generate a code that runs on this successfully. Okay, so let's just see. I've got 20 minutes of the stream left, so let's just see if we can get this working.
There's a good 4chan word for this. You know?
It's not necessary.
Oh, these are prospective employees. Maybe you should be hired.
So what it's doing is, wait a minute. Oh my word. GPT-3 has created a permutations function. Okay, it's fine. Look, like I could probably solve this myself, which I'll do as a last result if there's 5 minutes left and we don't have, if we don't have any progress. But let's see if GPT can figure this out. So it's basically going for every, but this is only if it's 2. No, what is this? This is a power. So what is it doing? It's saying permutate twice. So what is this output actually? Let's just run this solution. That is not helpful. Is this a never ending? Okay, never mind. Clearly that's, oh, because it's doing all of this. Okay, clearly also that is stupid. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, come on. Did I not save? Nope. Alright, so what it's doing is it's saying for the word hack, acts. So it's kind of close. It's sort of got something going there. Do you know what? I think we're missing something from this. We're missing the actual first part of the challenge here, which was probably a key clue as to how to solve it. So let's include that. Let's take out constraints, which is not necessary to test. This is not necessary to know about. Output format, print the permutations of the string S on separate lines. Okay, cool. Sample input, hack2 sample output. What if we just do this? We just do that. Let's make this a bit easier for AI to read. Okay, problem solving.
People who don't need to push, who are self-motivated. Okay, I have a question. Are you self-motivated? Do you take initiative? Are you willing to do what it takes? If you answered yes to all three, join my startup. We're motivated, we take initiative, and we do what it takes. That's what we need, man. You know what's wrong with everybody else in the world? They don't take initiative, and they don't do what it takes, man. If only everybody just tried, you know? If only everybody just, like, if all those people out there. Here's an interesting thought experiment that I always like whenever I see bullshit. And it's like, okay, whenever, like, imagine a politician saying, I care about the children, right? If the opposite of a statement says nothing, the statement also says nothing, right? Could you imagine a politician who said, you know, frankly, I don't really care about the children that much. They're not that all important to us, right? Like, then you haven't said anything. That's right. There is no startup playbook. Of course not. Of course not. And there never can be.
Oh, this looks good.
Another thing too.
This looks like we get in there.
Is
so if k is greater than 0.
People in the hacking world think that, like,
then
I should just, you know, grind out binary exploitation, and you can't do that anymore.
Very interesting.
Because, like, if you're trying to copy someone else's, the thing about everyone who was ever great is they didn't start out by copying somebody else's path. They may have borrowed some things from people along the way, and there's some, you know, universal truths to what greatness is, but they didn't say, I want to be like, you know? You want a date with George? Yeah. Oh, great. Oh, man. Oh, 10 steps to disrupt my industry.
Oh, that's not bad. Look at this.
You think you are down? Oh, I can't even figure out the... Geohot's
that's
the
not
man.
bad. So hack.
I think he's eventually gonna... Oh, I think he's mellowed out significantly as he gets older. I think he understands very well that there's many people out there who are more knowledgeable of his skills. Oh, the guy's too arrogant to achieve real success. I don't know, I think it's funny. Maybe he's too arrogant. He's that mythical 10x engineer. Most talented guys in...
that's not
the
bad.
fuck is SFBA?
That's not
Oh,
bad.
San Francisco Baseball Academy is sweet. I didn't know I could play baseball.
Okay, let's try to figure out what this thing is actually trying to say here.
So
So
they move.
turn a list.
Yeah.
Just recursive function calling that it does.
Right, we're missing one circle, so I'm gonna do the damn circle. Oh, well, this is probably H. Well, it's not actually H, it was D. F and C are kind of mirror images of each other, so it's probably one of those. No, we got this one wrong. I really have no idea. There's 3 with 3
list.
triangles.
And
A
then
bunch with that square thing.
so you plus in
Do you guys know?
this
Alright, let's go.
for one less. This is some
go with that.
crazy ass
Have you
code.
done an F in a while? No, F slut.
Some pretty crazy ass code.
The fuck? I don't even know how I did. Oh, you're not allowed to publish the solutions online. Oh shit. 140! Alright! That's pretty good, man! How many did I get right? I'm sorry for publishing the Dutch online. Alright.
Maybe I should do this.
Oh yeah! Yeah! 140, bro! I'm smart! I knew my DNA said I was smart!
To become a member of Mensa, you must have an IQ of 131. Oh, okay, good. I've got an IQ of 132. Well, the last time I tested, so that's actually great.
How many did I get wrong? No, a lot of the problem with these things is like, you know, what did I get? I probably got 2 wrong, right? And like it's randomness at a certain point. By my Q help from Twitch chat. Yeah, I don't know how I didn't see the clockwise shit. That one was obvious.
Hack!
You guys didn't help me with anything else.
GPT-3, hack!
I would have gotten clockwise shit probably eventually.
Come on.
Maybe.
You can do it.
Twitch IQ is 140. How am I gonna get right?
Ooh. Ooh. That's an interesting one. Import system, define main. Okay, main is input is equal to readline dot strip, so you turn it into a list.
Alright,
Then
so
you
it's
print
not.
the list and you permutations the input by 2.
If you have above a 120 IQ, I think like life outcomes there don't really matter.
It even does a sample run. That's insane. Wow, okay. But permutations is
This is
defined here.
interesting.
We're gonna need to help this code a little bit, so let's just see if we can
So you know, major
get
in physics.
import permutations. So if we can just import permutations, maybe this thing will work. Sure, maybe this thing will work. Why is it not printing?
Finance says IQ was like 120
Oh, I
or
need
some shit.
inputs. Oh, I need
But if
input
140,
text,
me and my
alright.
Twitchies together have a 140 IQ.
Oh, that's interesting.
Alright, PyPilot USB.
I think this works. No
It's
way.
not even a real IQ test, bro. 140. Yo, you got 140? I got 140, bro.
I think this works. I think this works. I think this code actually works. The only difference is it's getting inputs and it's taking 2 as the default. But, oh, we've got 5 minutes left. Does it need to take in 2 solutions? It needs to split. Okay, so the second split is the number. Okay, so that's not bad. So input 1 and then input...
Reading from the descriptor. That's W index, right? That's W value. Okay, what is this?
Input 1.
Oh, USB reset. Oh, it's sending a reset.
But
I don't know, maybe
why is
this
it
one's
making-
important.
Why is it doing a list?
So just put it in. Will it work? Maybe. Maybe. I'll try that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm not doing it right. Line 10, line 8, expected int as R.
Let's strip both sides.
Expected an int.
No, I didn't fix shit. What's the other error?
There's too many brackets now.
USB reset. Oh, don't I have to use the piss-core libs? No, I actually don't have to use the piss-core libs, bro. We already did it with Edge TPU, but now we're trying to do it with Python.
A. Oh, it's splitting the whole text, so we need to split on space.
Let me see that. Oh shit.
Come
It
on,
works the same
so close.
except for this one, which doesn't work.
So close. What are they complaining about? Ints.
Endpoint type 2, length 10, timeout 6000.
Oh, it's so close. If we do this, it is coming back with something. No, it's not.
Windex.
Okay, look
Yo,
at this.
W index and Windex are spelled the
Look
same
at how
way.
close this is. This is exactly what we want. It's all the list.
Okay, I mean, there's gotta be some bullshit with the device. You wanna try to figure out what these things actually are?
But I'm not putting in the
So
number.
read it.
So,
There's just a read and a
okay,
write.
so this is close. So
Let's
you
look up some of these things.
you read in.
I'm using VS Code, Microsoft. Come on, I'll be a great shill for GitHub Copilot.
Let
We'll
me
see if
just
it's
do
good.
this.
Oh, well, of
Inputs.
course. It's setting the
Drop
OMC
zero.
D8. Oh. Missed error Arsher mask.
So that this is a list.
Narrow to
And
wide run control.
Why is this list like this? You list in the permutations.
Wide to narrow run control.
If no argument is given, the constructor creates
Mesh
into
bus
this
0
argument,
run
and that's
control.
all.
Okay, it looks like we're turning those things on.
So does
Maybe-
it need this?
I don't see that doing it. Maybe we have to timed out sleep after the first one. I don't think that's right. We can try it, but
How do you input? I show you. Don't you input? I guess you have to read line, hey?
did it even work?
Where's the? Print the permutations. Input single line container. Let's just do that stupid input thing again.
I don't think it's using any other kind of transfers.
So you have to do the list. So if it's a list, then what we
You
want to
sure
do
don't
is
have to clean the
print
interface?
lists. So prints for each thing in the list. Let's just take a look at this list here. This is 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4, and this is 1, 2 in the list, in the dictionary. So you go 4i in fact, we have this code here. Guys, ran out of time. Okay, that's the end of the stream. Okay, so how I want to finish this off is by saying that we are so close to GPT-3's potential solution here. In fact, I'm going to copy this and run one more piece of code, and one more hack here. So let's give GPT one more chance to see what it comes up with as a potential solution to the HackerRank challenge. And then we can get artificial intelligence to solve all the HackerRank and get us to gold status. So let's see, what does it give us? Oh, this is some functional programming stuff. Pretty interesting. So I liked the last one we had. I think that was the best solution so far. So I'm gonna work on this a bit, get this working, and yeah, I'll let you know how it does in the description. Check you later. Bye bye.